Hi everyone, it's FPV Princess and today we're going to do a Q&A as you already know because you clicked on the title, and let's get right into it because I think this might be a long video and I'm sorry about the lighting. I mean, the sun comes out 2 seconds then it goes away, so the lighting will be a bit off. I'm sorry. Thank you so much everyone for sending these questions in. I mean, I really appreciate it, and of course I wouldn't have been able to make this video without all of you, so thank you. Also, thanks for hitting 500 subscribers on YouTube and 6,000 subscribers on Instagram. I really appreciate every single one of you. Okay, the first question on Instagram is from Big Ant FPV, and he asked, have you tried the Tor antenna before? Because he just got a few and they seem great so far. I haven't tried the Tor antenna yet. I just got one when I did my unboxing, and I have luckily been able to fly with it, and I really like it so far. I mean, I didn't have problems or anything yet, so I'll let you guys know if I do, or at least I will let Big Ant FPV know if I don't like it or if there's something wrong. But for now, I really like the antenna. Hawkins6712 asked, Stretched X Sexy Beast. Okay guys, so who didn't know yet, I just got a new frame, and it's the Supreme 5-inch stretched 5-inch from Cherrycraft, and so far I really love this frame. I mean, it's really light and fast, and I honestly can't say anything bad about it, so it's definitely a thumbs up. Then let's see, next question. Blazer FPV asks, what's your favorite song to fly to? And if I'm 100% honest, I don't really fly and listen to music. I mean, I haven't really tried it yet, so I don't know if I would like it, but until this day, I haven't flown with music yet. I always tell myself, oh, next time I go out, I'll try, but I always forget my my listening ears. What do you call that? Music thingies. You know what I'm talking about. I'll just have to wait and see, because I'm pretty sure when I try it that I will always do it from that moment on. So I'll keep you guys updated when I finally think about actually, you know, taking my plugins with me. To take my plugins with me. Oh, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I'll let you guys know what my favorite song is if I do it. I usually don't really have a favorite song either. I mean, I know that's weird, but I just listen to random things sometimes. My tastes are very I have a lot of different tastes actually. I mean, sometimes I'm in a country mood, sometimes I'm in a classic mood, sometimes I like pop. I mean, honestly, I don't have any favorites ever. I feel like that would be discrimination against other songs or other genres. M. Longford asked, what kind of FC and power setup are you using? I have the 4-in-1 plate still on. I just transferred it from my other frame to this frame, so I'm using the 4-in-1 plate FC from Fly Tower, and I just switched up. There was also a built-in VTX, but I had to switch that one up with a tram because we usually have to fly with a tram, so I just did that out of precaution. However, because this build is really I mean, because the frame is very small compared to other frames, and because there's not a lot of place, you can see that it's not as clean anymore as it was when I had the 4-in-1 in it, because of obviously like the tramps here, and then the VTX port is here, and then I still have the port from the 4-in-1 here. So the ESCs are on this plate, and here is my FC and all the other things from Flight Tower. Yeah, I put the LD powers on it. I think that they are the 2205s. The door antenna I just explained. I like it. It's handy. I mean, it's good. And I just switched up my cameras. I put a 2.5 millimeter lens from Foxeer, and my strap home is also from Cherrycraft. Look how cute Cherrycraft. Oh, do I have it on the? Yeah, it's like this. Cherrycraft. Cute, right? I already ripped it, so it won't last me long anymore. G4Z FPV also asked me what's all in it. Well, I just explained that. I Wonder Fulu asked me what's your favorite prop. Since I got the T5050Cs, I have been flying these and loving these, because I barely even, I think I switched 2 set of props in the last month, so I mean, that's great. Especially since I flew indoor and they really held up well in my eyes. Mayon High asked me, are you going to show up on any international events? We have to meet. I don't know. I mean, I have time now, but in 2 weeks, uni starts again. So I don't think there are any events planned. If they are, I'd love to know. Can you please put some links in? If anyone has some great events, just link them down below so I can check them out and see if I can maybe make it to those. I'd love to go to events. It's just really difficult with uni because the planning is so difficult. So I don't know. I mean, we'll just have to see. I'll see which events you are, and if I somehow get the chance to get there, I'd like to meet you, and I'm pretty sure it will happen one of these days. I'm just not sure when yet. So I'll keep you updated when we can meet. Puppet Master FPV asked, all-in-one ESCs, what kind? Very cool. Yeah, so I still have the 4-in-1, like I just said, the 4-in-1 EFCs from Flight Tower, and I have the F4 Racing Pro from Flight Tower. Freds and Nakom, I hope I said that right, I don't know, asked, what would be for you the ideal setup drone? Imaginary tech is allowed. I actually feel like I am flying the ideal drone right now, because I mean, oh, I do have one thing that I would like. I mean, I love my drone, but I don't like that I sometimes disturb other people with the noise. If that could like, we could change like the noise coming from the drone, I would love flying even more, because some pilots are like, wow, we like the noise, but I don't personally like annoying other people. So if that is the only thing that annoys people from the fact that I'm flying a drone, then I'd kind of like to change that. But it would also be very awesome if, you know, the drone could go up in the air and make rainbows out of nothing. I mean, that would be cool, because that would make other people happy too. I mean, it would make me happy. Rainbows everywhere. On the technical side, I wouldn't really change anything. I mean, I'm usually very I mean, it depends on the things, but I can be really happy with very simple things. If there was like an invention that would make me like fly smoother, I totally take that. But I don't think that would ever exist because that's just my fault because I have shaky hands. I don't think a lot of people know that, but I've had like shaky hands for the past 2 years, and I've got tested a lot, and it's not because I'm lacking of something. I have all the vitamins I need. I have enough zinc in my body, so they don't really know what's the cause of me having so shaky hands, but I do, and there's nothing that they can do about it. So I just live with it. And it's not that bad. I mean, it's not like I can't hold anything or something that is shaking. I just have a, a little shake. I mean, other people saw it also um, on my review that I had shaky hands, and they thought it was because of nerves, but that's not true. I just have that always. So you can sometimes see it. On occasions, it's worse when I'm weaker. So when I haven't eaten a lot yet that day, I have more shaky hands than on other times. Johnny Drone asked, "What or who got you into this hobby?" Okay, so some of you know and some of you don't know that I have a boyfriend and he's also a pilot, and he had been flying I think a year before I finally gave it a real chance. The thing is, in the beginning I didn't really like it. I didn't really understand it, and I thought I don't understand anything about the technical side of it, so I'm not gonna like drone flying. But one day he actually kind of forced me to sit down and to actually look through his goggles and see what he was seeing. And that moment, when I actually really took a moment to just feel what the drone was feeling, and I just felt like there was such a sense of freedom. So that point, because I have been watching him fly for a year, it's entirely different for a spectator than for someone who's flying and actually really getting that feeling of freedom, of actually really getting that feeling of, wow, I can fly and I don't even have to have wings to fly. So that point was the ticking point, and he said, "You know what? I think you might really like this." So he just ordered an entire drone, and he said, "If you don't like it, it doesn't matter. I can still use the drone." So he bought all the things for me, um, and he just sat me down and told me, "Let's do this." And I actually really love the soldering part. So all the other things were kind of difficult for me, but I really love the soldering. And because, like I just said, I have shaky hands, so the screwing in parts were so difficult for me. I mean, even now, after I've built a few drones, I still have difficulties with screwing in my motors. I mean, honestly, I could sometimes even spend an hour trying to get them in, and that's not because it's a difficult frame or something, or because of the motors. It's just because I have such a shaky hands, and I just can't get it right. But soldering, even though I do shake a lot, I still really like it, and I don't know, it's just something else. I mean, it's not as annoying as screwing in a motor. I just like that part. I really fell in love with it. So, I mean, it was difficult. I mean, I was like, I'm never going to get where he is. And I got discouraged in the beginning a lot, but he kept pushing me. He kept telling me, "One day you'll get there. Don't you want to know how that feeling is of actually really being good at flying?" And I was like, "You're right. I really want to be able to do that." So I didn't give up, and I just kept trying until I could actually fly. Yeah, so that's the person who got me into this, and who's still actually paying for almost everything that I have. So I really, really, really have everything because of him. I mean, he's amazing and he's very supportive in all of this. And I mean, it's just the little things, you know. I'm really, really happy that I have him on my side because I wouldn't have ever even found out about drones. I think not. I mean, I wouldn't have tried it. I'm not technical. I don't understand those things really well. Not even now, after 9 months. I don't really understand everything yet. Esabrim asked, is it a storm racing drone? No, it's a Cherrycraft drone. Will Pert also asked me, how did you get into FPV? Is it expensive? So, is it expensive? Yes. Luckily, I have such an amazing boyfriend that he basically pays all of my FPV gear. I'm really lucky, I know. So, that were all the questions from Instagram. Then, let's do the questions from Facebook. What's the max weight for a 250 competition race quad? Asked Danny Mercer. I don't really know how to answer this question because obviously not only countries but all other races have other rules. I mean, in Belgium, for example, we don't really have a maximum weight for a drone. I mean, not that I know of. Jason Daniel also asked me what got you into FPV. Efren Salcido, I'm sorry, Junior. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but Efrain Salcido Jr. I'll just put your name right here so that everyone knows. Asked me, when are you coming to California so you can fly with a whole bunch guys? I don't know. I mean, I probably will someday. I've always wanted to visit America, and I probably will one day. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but one day I will be there, and I will take my drones with me, and I will fly with as many of you as I can, because that would basically be the most amazing vacation ever. Austin M. Riley asked, how many creeps message you on a daily? That depends on what you find creepy. I have a few people who I talk to, but creeps, I just don't answer if you write something creepy. So I don't know. I don't really understand why you guys think I get so many creepy messages, because I really don't. I mean, I don't really talk to a lot of people. So, I mean, not a lot of people talk to me, so I don't talk to a lot of people in general, I guess. Noelle also asked me a question. She asked me, anyway, here's my question. So she asked me, I know you're taking some school exams these days, so how do you manage studying and flying? Do you have to make compromises, and if so, which ones? I really love this question. My uni is pretty far away from me, actually, so it takes me about 1.5 hours to get there and back. Is also normally 1.5 hours. I don't really have a lot of time in the week to fly, and that really sucks, because when you come home you usually want to do something that's relaxing, but usually when I get home it's already too late or it's getting dark outside, and I just am so tired also from the day that I don't even want to fly anymore. So I only have weekends. The other thing, I live in Belgium. In Belgium, it almost always rains, and if you're unlucky, it will be raining in the weekend. And I've had that for a few weeks now, that it has been raining in the weekends, and because I had my exams last few weeks, I didn't have time at all. I just couldn't. University comes first. I have to put enough time and effort into it to pass my test and everything. I just usually fly 1 day a week, and I try to go through as many batteries, of course, as I can. that day, if I'm lucky, it's not raining and I fly all my batteries, when I can really make a track and I know that, okay, I'm going to go for it right now, that's like the minute I feel like at peace. I don't need more than that one whole day in a week, and it's enough for me, which also means that I don't really train a lot. So, to answer your question, Noelle, I do have to sacrifice a lot, and I don't always get to fly. I mean, sometimes there's 2 weeks between, sometimes there's just a week between, sometimes it's 3 weeks. I mean, it's just life, and I'm okay with that as long as you know that you're working for something, then it's okay to sacrifice a few things. I mean, at least that's how I look at it. I won't be able to fly this year and next year, but afterwards, I'll have a good job and I can come home and I don't have worries and I can just fly every night if I want to. So I hope I kind of answered all of your questions. Thank you so much. And so I really appreciate every single one of you for subscribing, for commenting, for always being so nice on my Instagram posts and always being so, I don't know, it really makes me happy to read all those nice comments from you. So I really, really appreciate it. Bye. Mwah.